So should we have success with our first 2 locations, we would move forward with developing comprehensive plans, as Brenda pointed out in our application here this evening.
Oh, go ahead.
How often do the trucks run? Are that the water trucks that'll be running?
You know, again, we talked about the level of activity. We would certainly agree that there will be a lot of trucks needed in support of staging water for those activities. Again, until we get down to, yes, we will move forward. What that timing might be, we don't know. I think it's suffice to say that everyone here representing Encana understands the impact and would try to develop a schedule together with the township, again, working with the school district that works for the community.
Mm-hmm. Or so we coordinate the trucks with these school buses so they wouldn't coincide.
Joel?
What we've done is we've worked on creating traffic estimates based on how far away our current water sources are. And when we ran the numbers for Solansky, our water sources are up in Tunkhannock, so it would be about 2 trucks per hour. In our traffic management plan, we've said up to 15-minute increments. The 2 trucks per hour comes from doing the math on water hauling. But when we're hauling stone or when we're hauling timber, those trucks may come in increased frequency. That's why we have in our traffic management plans 15-minute increments. As far as the school bus question, we've worked with the school districts to come up with the times and where the bus stops are. So in our traffic management plan, there's actually a map that we give the truck drivers, and it shows the ingress and egress routes. It also shows where the school bus stops are and what time the school buses stop. And that's, again, an education and awareness for the truck drivers so that they're aware what time those bus stops are along the ingress and egress route.
I'd like to discuss the possibility of, I know you've signed the routes, but another item that has been used as a safety measure in other communities is flagging, actually flagging at the stops. And has that been something that has been given any thought in developing the traffic management plan?
We have
given Mrs. Dobrovolsky's
We do have that listed in here as a best management practice if necessary.
Yeah, so that's something that would be enacted if necessary. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, is there anyone else here wishing to give testimony? Sir, if you could.
I have a couple concerns. It might not deal with zoning, but since Encana is here, I'd like to ask, and I'll ask the board, have you guys been on Loyalville Road?
Yes.
Okay, and you know from Loyalville Methodist Church, coming down that hill, and I'll say this, everybody flies. I live at the bottom of the hill. Is there any way we could put a stipulation or have the trucks go slower, because crossing the road, when hey, my neighbor has a triaxle. We have tractor trailers. They fly down that road because that's a straight stretch of road. Any way to put a stipulation on speed so it's safety for crossing the road with my farm tractor, my animals? That's one question.
Right, okay.
The other question is, I'm asking Encana, since you guys are here, you're punching this well a mile down the road. What are you going to do with all the land around that's not leased to you? Because your horizontal vertical wells, you're able to go out how many thousands of feet vertically? Over 5,000 feet, which is a little over a mile. I'm 1 mile from you. My land isn't leased to you. So, and I know a lot of other land that's not leased to you. So my question is, you're spending all this money on this, and there's a shitload of land around you that you don't have leased.
Well, they have your name and address now, so maybe they'll contact you.
I'm just curious as to why, but.
Do you know if 118 is a state road?
118 is a state road.
So we have no control over the
not over
speed limit. You don't understand.
No,
Right.
Loyalville Road is not a state
That's
road.
right.
Loyalville Road is a township road.
And what I wanted to ask Mr. Invarsky is, we have a map of the area in question. If you could just indicate
I'm right
where
before the
we're
four-way
talking,
intersection.
and then just for the purposes of the other folks here at the table, if you could indicate.
Right on Loyalville Road, right by the four-way intersection
All right.
of Pine Tree Road.
And the straightaway that you're talking about, that
Right down
downhill
from
past the
Loyalville
churches.
Methodist Church.
Okay.
I own land on both sides of the road.
Thank you.
Well, that's,
Oh,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
that was one concern. The other concern was about the lease. The third point, I don't remember. So we'll forget about that.
We'll come up with, do you folks want to
On the
answer the
lease-
question on the lease?
On the lease,
Yeah.
if it's unleased, we cannot drill under that property with the horizontal.
It's just, that land, there's a lot of land around you that's not leased. That's why I don't understand why you're doing all the work without getting everybody signed up first.
We would
But-
only be able to develop those resources under that lateral that we have leased,
While
period.
you're saying you're drilling 4 vertical wells.
I'll be happy to talk to you a little bit later about that if you'd like to talk to me. I can tell you a little bit about what I would guess.
I think I know what's going to happen. I'm just concerned about the speed. My mother's 86 years old. She goes across the road to get the mail. If they're going to have trucks I can live with 2 trucks every hour like is happening over in Schlansky's, but if you have a truck every 15 minutes, that's 4 trucks every hour.
I think it's reasonable to add that to the list of items we would discuss with the township and see if there's a way to reduce the speed limit for trucks traveling on that.
That road isn't very wide. The bridge right down the road from my house has been hit many times by cars.
Thank you for
Thank
your,
you.
thank you for your testimony.
Well, I would just like to address the parcel again.
Okay.
If you look at the setup of the parcel, you can see that the well pad is in the very southwest corner of the 4P parcel. So
I know the parcel
I
well.
understand your concern with the unleased acreage around the parcel, but as Wendy pointed out and Joel pointed out, we cannot drill anything unless it's been leased. And you can see on this line that we've got quite a bit of room to work with here on the 4P parcel with those 4 horizontal wells.
Thank you.
This woman right here. Ma'am?
Before we do that, let me just, because we haven't called on anyone back here, and you folks should be kind of, is there anyone back here wishing to give testimony?
I'll wait.
You'll wait?
What is that?
Okay.
Ma'am?
Oh, I just have a clarification.
No, you gotta come up. You have to come up.
I do. Jen Borasso, B-O-R-R-A-S-S-O. 16 Montage Mountain Road, Moosic. And I don't know the zip, I'm sorry. I just want clarification. So this natural gas processing facility, it's in Lake Township? Correct.
Yes.
And how big will that facility be approximately?
You can respond to
Go
that.
here.
It's 5 acres.
5 acres? And the radio tower, would that be on that site as well, or just
Correct.
nearby?
It would be on that site.
Okay. And
If you picked up the handouts when you walked in the room, the 11 by 17 handouts, if you flip through those,
Okay.
it shows the site layout and the radio tower is listed. The location is on that exhibit.
and where are you actually doing drilling right now already? I know on 118 in Fairmont Township.
We have 2 exploratory wells. The first well is over on State Route 118. It's behind the Ricketts Glen Hotel. And then the second location is in Lake Township. It's off of Zosh Road, so it's about a mile north of Cook's Corner.
Okay, Fairmont and Lake Townships you're already drilling. Okay, and pretty much, just for clarification, have you already applied with a DEP in connection to tonight's issue?
In regards to 4P,
In regards to all these permits?
we have applied for our permits to drill for Kent North and Kent South, and we have not applied yet for our permits to drill for the 4P location.
Okay.
We should have those out. We should have those submitted in the next couple weeks.
So when could you possibly start building this site?
Well,
The best case scenario?
Because we're in an exploratory phase, we're going to drill the Buda location, we'll drill the Selansky location. We will wait for our production data from both of those sites, and then we will make a decision as to what our future plans are.
Thanks.
Thank
Sorry, I
you.
just need clarification.
Thank you.